I'm the editor who told Hall of Famer Bob Dyer he shouldn't be a columnist.
I was his editor back in about 1988. He's in Denver covering the Browns playing the Broncos against John Elway, and he sends a story back, and I'm reading this and thinking, this is pretty good, but there's one comma in the second paragraph I cannot stand, so I changed it. Story came out the next day, big picture of John Elway on the top, Bob Dyer's story, and I get a phone call. Bob Dyer is furious. I moved his freaking comma.
There was a point when we said, Bob, it probably needs to be about 1/3 reporting, 1/3 outrage, 1/3 whimsy. And I think the whimsy part is the part that he finds comes most easily. But the outrage he does a pretty nice job with too.
He speaks for those who can't speak for themselves. He speaks truth to power. He is passionate about his point of view.
One of Bob's better attributes is he doesn't listen to editors, obviously. He became a columnist. One of my better attributes as an editor is I'm unfailingly correct. Bob became a columnist, but he is a reporter's columnist. He doesn't navel gaze. He reports, and you see that right up to today.
He goes after the mayor, the cable channel, and someone who may have sued the city and won some sympathy. But if Bob finds out that you've made some bad choices in your life, he'll point those out too. Sometimes you cringe as an editor because he goes after people you know you're going to get phone calls.
The Ernest Angley piece was more recent since I wasn't there to work with him on it, but I got to read it like a reader did, you know, one day after another of that story unfolding. And it is just masterful work. I compliment the editors for giving him the time and for Bob for pulling it off.
I think that he has worked really hard during his career in Northeast Ohio to make the region a better place.
Bob, I do want to congratulate you. And I also want to remind you that when I walk by your desk every morning and say, hello, sweetheart, I don't want you to think too much of that. Okay? Congratulations.
Bob, we enjoyed several years together working on a variety of stories and columns, and I'm just proud to have been able to work with you and that I can still call you a friend.
So Bob, too often I think people enter the Hall of Fame and it's a Lifetime Achievement Award, and that's the case in your case. You still have a lot of journalism to do, brother. Keep the faith.